Okay, so I'm going to quickly explain how Windows Configuration Designer works. So the purpose of this designer is to create a provisioning package that creates a streamlined configurations, applications, and settings into your installation. So say you have like 10 laptops and you want them all with the same settings and applications. You can just run this file or deploy it over a network share with WDS or something, and it should be slipstreamed into that. Right, so to get this, you have to download the ADK package, Windows ADK package, and install it. And then once installed, just come to the start menu, scroll all the way down, go to Windows Kits, and then it's here, Windows Image and Configuration Designer. Right, so when we want to create a new project, you just click on this first one, Provision Desktop Devices. Right, so hopefully this will work now. I've changed the path and it didn't want to go. So you can change the project name to whatever you want. I'm just going to leave, where's this OneDrive documents? I'm just going to leave it there. Right, then you come to this screen here with the steps. So set up device. So you can just call it whatever you want it. So I'm going to call it Slipstream, whatever. So you can enter a product key if you have a product key, otherwise just leave it. So students, I'm not going to be bothered about that. So set up network. So you can set up a network here, Wi-Fi network. So I'm just going to disable that for now. Don't bother with that. Account management. So obviously if you have a server environment, you can enroll it into an Active Directory, Azure, Cloud, or just a local account, which I want. What was these ones? So local account, create a local administrator account. So this will create an initial account on that installation for you. You should just call it APK. I think you have to put in a password. I'll just put in a password now. Then add applications, which this part is pretty nice. So you can just add applications. So it will, once it reaches the desktop stage, it will install all this. Before that, it will install all the applications that you've chosen. So obviously you can just put a name there and browse to the application. So there's a Firefox. So obviously download the MSI versions. So just go to the software website and then say Firefox download MSI file, or search for the MSI file of this, because it will have a pre-answered file in there that that you don't have to click on stuff. So yeah, we can double click that. I don't know why this is so slow, Microsoft. And there it goes. So it will run that command to install this automatically. So right, Firefox MSI, and then this is all the, what do you call this, arguments? Yeah, so no restart. It should actually be quiet, the word quiet in there, so this doesn't ask you any questions. So you can actually continue installation after failure. So if there's anything going wrong, it doesn't stop, it just goes on. You can choose that if you want to. Force a restart, doesn't need to. Right, and then obviously certificates. I don't know what that is about. Anyway, finished. Validation errors. Is it because I don't want any? Okay, just say cancel there, otherwise it's gonna moan about it. And then you can just create it. Okay, so it's done. But let's just close that, and I'm gonna open one that I've created here. So in this 11, so once you've created it, it will show up here. Where is that one now? Slipstream or project one. That was the one I've created just now, but it's not really much in there. So I'm gonna go through one. I've set up some stuff. So on the left side, you have all the stuff that you can change. So you can just go through it and pretty much just put in all these configurations so that it can be installed and changed as you go. But the ones I've entered, so the ones you've chosen will show up on this side. Selected customizations, runtime settings, right? So accounts, obviously, to make it more unattended. So computer account, let's see. So computer name, just say, give it a name. I think I left this out, so it puts it in there automatically. So I think it will randomize the name if you have like more than one installation, or randomize or sequential, just add something. Anyway, so, and then a user account, an initial user account, it's the one that we've created there. There's my password, 7335. It's an administrator account. There's the username. PPK, why doesn't it show it there? Huh, funny business. It shows it up. It shows it here. Anyway, so there's the user account, computer account. No. Don't screw around. Right, and then addition upgrade. What is this again? Oh yeah, this is the key. So if you have a product key or just an installation key, so it won't, I don't think it will stop at that step to ask you for it. You can put it in there. And then obviously the language setup, you want to set up your languages. Like I just chose an American, EN/US. You can choose yours, your own. Right, and then out of box experience, OBE. Let's see what's in there. Hide OOB. Okay, so you want to hide OOB, obviously. So you don't want to click on anything there that you don't want to. So make hide OOB, make it true. Right, and then why do I have anything, things in policy? I can't remember this. Allow all trusted apps. Okay, well, just say that one. I don't know why that one is there. And then provisioning commands. Now this is to actually install apps and install your programs. So allow trusted. Oh, it's got something to do with this, obviously, a policy to trust the apps that you've installed. So if you go all the way down, you will see my Firefox that I've included. Command file. No, why is it not showing anything? Is this thing freezing? What is it doing? Oh, there it is. It's incredibly slow. Oh, here it is. Okay, so there's the command. You go to, yeah, screw that. So in the Firefox, you will see the command file, so you can just choose it on your computer. So download it file, that MSI file, choose it there, and then the command line. This is executable. This will run and slipstream it into your install. So I put here, I put this in here, and I put quiet, so it didn't ask me anything. Anyway, this can be found on the programs on the app site. So if you go to Firefox site, you can find it there. Right, and that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, it's quite easy. So there's a lot of stuff to do in here, but I'm definitely not interested in all this stuff. But you can modify quite a bit. But installing the programs is pretty cool, and then disabling the out-of-box experience a little bit, and so on. Yeah, this is basically what this program does. So let's move on to the next step and show how it actually looks like. So once you saved your provisioning file, go to the folder where you saved it. So mine is the slipstream. No, wait. Yeah, it's this one. ppkg file. So take this file, copy it, and just put it on a flash drive. Okay, already put it on here. So put it on a flash drive, and then when you boot or you reinstall your computer and go through your installation, it will actually, once all the files is copied and it's in that second screen where it asks your language or country, I think, it will actually employ or execute this file automatically. Just make sure your USB is connected. If you're using virtual machine, make sure the USB is selected in your virtual environment. Yes, that's it.